From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Saturday, September 9th, 2017. Silver is trading at $17.97 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,347 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 4.3 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $4,258. Antiwar.com reports the Pentagon has confirmed Friday that it is calling off its 10-day surveillance of a convoy of buses from the Islamic State stranded in the Syrian desert. The end of the surveillance reportedly came at the behest of Russia. Pentagon officials say they intend to demand that the buses don't reach the Syria-Iraq border. They added that they consider the Syrian government responsible for ensuring that the buses don't get there and that the government is solely responsible for them. The U.S. has carried out a large number of strikes against people around the convoy, mostly centering around suspects who got out of the buses to go urinate. The buses originally contained around 300 suspected members of the Islamic State and about 350 civilians. The Pentagon estimated 85 had been killed. A number of fighters from the Islamic State were reported to have already reached territory of the Islamic State. Exactly how many are left in the buses now is unknown, but the U.S. has long ruled out letting the buses continue on under the ceasefire deal, insisting the civilians can go, but all suspected members of the Islamic State must be killed. The U.S. had previously been said to have been trying to negotiate a deal with Russia that would end with that happening, though Russia reportedly spurned the idea. It's unclear what was offered to get the U.S. to back away from their plan. You can support FPP Radio by joining the Fans program. Fans are friends, allies, and numerous supporters. You can join the Fans program for as little as $1 per month through Patreon and get perks like ad-free versions of FPP Radio News and Peace, Love, Liberty Radio. To learn more or to join the Fans program, visit fans.fppradio.com. That's fans.fppradio.com. UPI reports President Donald Trump on Friday signed a package to provide $15.25 billion for hurricane disaster relief and also raise the debt ceiling. Sarah Sanders, the White House press secretary, posted on Twitter that the president signed the measure, providing much-needed support for storm survivors. The measure, providing aid for Hurricanes Harvey and Irma, tied to a temporary debt ceiling extension deal between President Donald Trump and congressional Democrats, passed the House by a vote of 316 to 90 on Friday. Included in the package is $450 million for the Small Business Authority Disaster Loan Program, $7.4 billion in housing grants, and $7.4 billion slotted for the Federal Emergency Management Agency in an earlier bill passed by the House. The extended debt ceiling measure will give Congress until December 8th to agree to a new spending plan. The Senate also easily approved the measure with a vote of 80 to 17 on Thursday. Some House Republicans initially opposed the 3-month debt ceiling extension, including House Speaker Paul Ryan, who later spoke in support of the legislation on Thursday. For over 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. And as a Bitcoin-preferred business, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts Brokerage today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. Reuters reports former drug company executive Martin Shkreli on Friday asked a judge to throw out part of his criminal conviction a day after prosecutors sought to have him jailed until his sentencing. In a motion filed in Brooklyn federal court, Shkreli's lawyers said their client was convicted of conspiring to manipulate the stock price of his old company, Retrofin Incorporated, after a prosecutor improperly defined a key legal term during closing arguments. The motion does not seek to overturn Shkreli's conviction on 2 more serious counts of defrauding investors in his hedge fund. Those counts carry a maximum prison sentence of 20 years, though Shkreli is likely to serve far less time, in part because his investors did not actually lose money. Instead, his petition challenges his conviction on conspiring to manipulate Retrofin's stock price by telling employees what to do with their shares. Shkreli's lawyer said a prosecutor falsely told jurors in closing arguments that Retrofin employees were automatically affiliates of Retrofin under federal security law, which would restrict how they could trade their shares. A representative for the prosecutor declined to comment. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.